Hey everyone, welcome to Beach Investing. I'm your host, Andre Jolkowski. So, you just purchased the house and you're all excited. You put in an offer, you got it accepted, you have your home inspection, you got your financing approved, everything is good to go. Now, you're just waiting to get the keys. But in between that time, you have a couple of visits to your property. Well, you're trying to book your first visit. And for some reason, the sellers are a little hesitant on you coming in for that visit. You're like, okay, well, let me try it again next week. Next week comes around, you're like, okay, why are they trying to keep pushing or delaying the visit? Well, finally, you get into the property, you get your first visit. And you walk into the door, and you're like, something smells. What's this unusual smell? So you're like, okay, well, maybe there was fresh paint or something, I don't know. As you're walking outside, you take a look at your neighbor, okay, right, that's attached to you, and you see that their house is boarded up, that there's burn stains. And you're like, uh-oh, well, that house must have caught fire. Now what do? You haven't gotten the keys yet, but the deal is firm, so you can't really back out, or can you? So this actually happened to me. And what I had to do is, obviously I went to my lawyer. I notified him what had happened. Next door neighbor caught on fire, and there was damage. Not to the point where the house crumbled down, but there was enough damage where they had to gut their house. So my lawyer said you have to speak to your insurance broker. Now what that meant was, if the insurance is still willing to insure the property, that's a good sign. Then I had to deal with the neighbor to make sure that their insurance company was to cover all the damage that was done. In this scenario, there was a little bit of damage in the attic, and I wanted to make sure that it was all good to go, back to normal. So they gave us a letter from the restoration company indicating there was no structural damage, everything was resolved, fixed, and renovated and completed. So that was very important to my lawyer's satisfaction, as well as my insurance company as well. So all was good to go. So if this ever happens to you guys, make sure you speak to your lawyer first to understand what your options are, and it's good to speak to your insurance company to make sure that they're aware of it, that if anything was to happen, your house is still insured. Okay? Thanks for watching.